Hi, my name is David, and I am a retail theft consultant. That phrase may be a little bit odd to you, but if you see the people wearing little vests that say loss prevention or asset protection, sometimes it might say store protection specialist, anything like that, that's the industry in which I work in. Okay, a retail theft consultant. Um, I work with both people that have questions in regards to retail theft, shoplifting, civil demand, um, issues like that, as well as retailers who are looking for ways to reduce shrink, which is the magic buzzword in the retail industry for losses. Anyway, um, the topic of this video, and it's something I get asked fairly often, not as often as other things, but fairly often, is can blank store ban me? Um, and the simple answer is yes, but there's a lot more criteria to that, and we'll get into that. And I realize I said blank store. That this covers any store anywhere. Stores or retailers are private property, and therefore they have the right to refuse service to anyone as long as it does not violate any existing law. In other words, they cannot ban you because your sexual preference, because of your race, because of your religion, or anything like that. They can ban you for shoplifting. They can ban you for rude behavior. They can ban you for violence. They can ban you for inappropriate attire. Um, in other words, ladies, you can't come into the store topless. Gentlemen, you can't wear your pants around your knees and not be wearing underwear. Okay, that's kind of, you can't wear a shirt that says "fu" or "fu" to a certain person or name. Okay, anything that somebody might find offensive. Again, you can't say "I hate a certain ethnic group" or "I hate a certain sexual preference" or anything like that. Okay, you can wear something that might support something as long as it's done tastefully. But again, it's up to the store to decide what's bannable and what's not. And stores usually reserve the ban for something that's pretty cut and dry. You can't be you could literally be banned for wearing purple sneakers, but the likelihood that that's going to happen is low because the store doesn't want to deal with the negative press they may get, a lawsuit that maybe can't happen. Although I don't know what lawyer is going to pick up a lawsuit because you got banned for wearing purple sneakers. But anyway, so the short and simple answer is yes, you can be banned for anything that is not unlawful. Okay, and again, things that would be banning you for to be unlawful if you were banned because of your sexual preference, because of your race, because of your religion, because of your gender, because of your gender identification. Um, funny as it may sound, gentlemen, you can come in wearing a dress and not get banned. If they ban you, they are within their legal rights. However, I would think in today's world that would not likely take place because of all the negative press that the retailer would get. Now, if you have been banned from a store for any number of legitimate reasons or illegitimate reasons, it's not as cut and dry as you may think. You can, if you so choose, contact the corporate office, explain to the corporate office, yes, I did come in wearing purple sneakers, or I did come in wearing a shirt that said "fu Trump." I realize now that was inappropriate. I apologize, but can you please lift the ban? And you know what? They probably will because they want your money. As long as now, I've heard of cases where somebody actually shoplifted from a store and still got the ban lifted. So it all depends, okay? But if you feel you've been banned rightfully or even not rightfully, wrongfully, and you want the ban lifted, you've learned your lesson, or you understand their point of view, and you would, hey, this is the only store that's close enough to me, or I really like the store, then contact the corporate office, ask them to lift the ban. Chances are they probably will. Again, if you were a shoplifting suspect, it's going to be harder to do. Or if you were an internal theft, in other words, you worked there and you stole from them, or if you set fire to the blaze, or or you got in a fight, or you did something to cause negative press to the store. Don't expect the ban to be lifted, but it's possible. Okay, so the simple answer to your question is, can blank store ban me? The answer is yes, they can. They are private property. They do not have to provide service to anyone they so desire not to, as long as their reasons do not violate any existing law. As I said, that would be racial bias, gender identification bias, religion bias, any sexual preference bias. I don't know if I missed anything. Okay, any of those things would fall into that category, in which not only would you have a right to have the ban lifted, you might be able to pursue a lawsuit against them. I don't recommend suing retailers left and right, but obviously if something's been done wrong and they were wrong, then that's obviously a choice that you can make. Okay, so yes, my professional opinion, and as the laws are in most states, and your states may vary, so you might want to look up your law. Yes, a retailer can ban you if they so choose. They can ban you for wearing a yellow tie-dye shirt. Okay, chances are they're not going to do that, and there's a high probability that if you contact corporate, you can have that ban lifted, but they can ban you. It happens fairly often. It happens a lot of times to shoplifters. They get banned, or somebody maybe got in a fight in the store or something like that. You have options. If you want the ban lifted, even though you were wrong, you can contact corporate, plead your case, say you've learned your lesson, you apologize, and you would like to shop again. Okay, now just so you know, if you have been banned from, let's say, Walmart, you could go into another Walmart that's nearby where your face may not be recognized and still shop. All right, and you might even go into the same Walmart a month or two later and have no one recognize you. Basically, 6 months would be a better option, better timeline to go back in, and nobody will recognize you. Contrary to popular belief, the loss prevention departments of most retailers, including especially the big box ones like Walmart, don't have some high-tech CSI stuff, facial recognition that flashes a red light when you walk in. Oh my God, there's Jim Jones. We banned him 6 years ago. We need to get him out of here. That's not. It doesn't. Target spends a lot of money on their loss prevention department, probably more than most retailers, if not the most. But again, they're not going to invest in some facial recognition policy just because somebody stole a $2 candy bar and got banned from the store just to chase them out of there. Okay, so your best bet is to, if you want to shop there again, obviously your best bet is to do it without problems, and that would be by contacting your corporate office. But you can always chance going back into the store after a period of time's gone by and see if anybody recognizes you. I can tell you, even as a loss prevention professional, I've seen people come into the store that I think might be banned, but I'm not sure, because let's face it, I would see tons of faces, arrested tons of people, stopped people, had numerous incidents. The amount of people and faces I see on a daily basis are enormous. So am I going to remember your one face? Unless something really significant happened, chances are no, I am not going to remember that face. And so yes, you could go back into the store. I would not recommend going into the store for 2 to 3 weeks at the very minimum. A month would be the cutoff point, I would say, for re-entering the store. Do not act suspicious. Do not draw attention to yourself. Somebody may even recognize you and just watch to see how you're behaving. Okay, so yes, you can re-enter a store. They could trespass you. That's a fair warning. If you have been banned from the store and you do enter, they can be within their legal rights to detain you, contact the police, and file a complaint in which you would be charged with trespassing, which is a misdemeanor. And where that's not that big of a deal, it could go on your record and could cause you problems further on in your life. Okay, so if you do have any questions on this video or any of my shoplifting related retail theft related videos, you may email me at retailtheftexpert@gmail.com. That's retailtheftexpert@gmail.com. I will try and put that email in the description at some point. Right now I am out, and you can probably tell I am in my car. But I wanted to get this done. But I will try and get that email into the video or in the description at some point in time. So check back later. If not, again, the email address is retailtheftexpert, retailtheftexpert@gmail.com. retailtheftexpert@gmail.com. I will answer up to 5 questions for free at no charge. I am a retail theft consultant. Therefore, I don't want to give away everything, but I will answer up to 5 questions with no charge. Usually, most questions get answered and taken care of in less than 5 questions. So whatever your issue is, it can probably get answered within the free 5 questions. Alrighty, you have a good day. Play safe. Stay safe.